If we call those lines of communication, then I'll eat my ruddy hat. It's time the Students' Association came into being to get a clear route through and a clear route back, to and from. I think that sceptics are always a hurdle, and they're always with us. And unfortunately, to some people, you have to prove your worth before they'll join you. It's as simple as that.
After much campaigning and hard work, the OU Students' Association came into being in 1972, and Millicent Marsland was elected as the first president. By the mid-70s, student representatives sat on major decision-making bodies throughout the university. This continues to this day. Also at this time, the association helped students with disabilities take part in study tours worldwide, using a specially converted bus. Towards the end of the 70s, we campaigned for grants for OU students. The long fight for funding for part-time learners began. The OU Students' Educational Trust, USET, was set up in 1982 to give a helping hand to OU students in financial hardship. This continues its important work to support OU students today. In 1985, President Iris Keating and the then Vice President campaign's Chris Raworth delivered a petition with 160,000 signatures to Number 10, signalling our tireless support for the Open University against government cuts. In the 1990s, we campaigned for both Bachelor of Science and named degrees. Up until this point, all OU degrees were open Bachelor of Arts. Now students could proudly show their field of study to prospective employers. Peer support became available in 2000 for students looking for a motivational helping hand from their peers. This service provides students with an opportunity to give back and support fellow students by sharing their experiences. In 2003, the Disabled Students Group evolved to provide support for students with seen and unseen disabilities. As an increasing amount of all OU students are disabled, the group helped to create a community for these students and demonstrated our growing commitment to inclusive education for all. President Joan Jones led the campaign to secure the coveted NUS card, now called Totem, for OU students in 2005. This created parity between OU students and students studying at traditional brick universities. The association was proud to have influence in a long-running campaign to make student loans available to part-time undergraduates from 2011, enabling more students to further their education and change their lives by studying with the OU. In 2014, we piloted our first ever virtual Freshers' Fair, and it was so successful that it's been a mainstay ever since. In 2016, we held the first open-to-all, fully online elections. This enabled all students to vote for the candidates they wanted to represent their views to the university and beyond, giving students a voice on the issues important to them.
And remember, you do have the authority to have your voice heard.
Building on a legacy of inclusion and diversity within our OU community, we took great pleasure in formally integrating our LGBTQI+ group, OU Pride, formerly known as Plexus, with the association in 2017. In 2019, the association earned its Investing in Volunteers national accreditation, alongside facilitating 2 student-led projects. These projects led to thousands of items being donated to homeless charities in Milton Keynes, and 250 wellbeing boxes being posted to OU students across the community. Our online student magazine, The Hoot, was also launched in 2019. OU students from around the world are encouraged to contribute blogs, stories and articles about their lives as students to inspire and motivate others. In 2020, the association took steps to become a more inclusive and diverse environment by forming a new Equality, Diversity and Inclusion Working Group. This group is responsible for the development and improvement of EDI throughout the association. 2020 also saw us proudly formalise the affiliation with our Black, Asian and minority ethnic student group. Also in 2020, the association held its first full online conference, moving plans from a face-to-face event to a fully online one in less than 12 weeks due to the global pandemic. This conference had the highest engagement from students and highest voting figures of any conference in recent years. August 2021 saw the launch of the Student Advice Individual Representation Service Pilot, which provides support, help and guidance for students who are going through a complaint or appeal procedure with the university. 2021 also saw the creation of a new micro-volunteer role, which enables OU students to engage in their student community by taking part in small, time-limited projects and activities. Join us for the next chapter in our story and be a part of something bigger.